I'm Carly Sagata, and I've always had a fascination with the paranormal. Throughout my life, I've heard other people's stories about strange happenings until I finally had my own encounters. Out of optimism and just plain curiosity, I am joined by my co-host and brother Jose. Together, we'll venture out into the dark and mysterious world to uncover the possibilities of the supernatural plane. This is Lycos Radio.
Hello, and if you're listening to this right now, please do not be afraid. This is how your radio should sound. This is Lycos Radio. This is Lycos, and this is the podcast. How is it, Jose? How has it been?
It's been awesome, man.
That's cool. Back in the studio.
Yep, it's been a minute.
Okay, so by the title, you probably are thinking, whoa! What is an American Most Haunted Road Trip Edition? Oh my god. This is what an American Most Haunted Road Trip Edition is. Here at Lycos, we're going to be bringing you a brand spanking new subject. From each of the states, we're actually going to be doing it alphabetically, and Jose and I are going to pick two most haunted locations or haunted places from each state, and we're going to discuss them. And this is like a paranormal investigation without actually going to the place, but only researching on what's happened, because we're crazy like that and we love talking about this kind of stuff. So if you love talking about this kind of stuff, give this video a like, subscribe, share with your friends, let them in on the secret of why you got so smart. So the first list on a state alphabetically comes Alabama. I've never been to Alabama. Have you been to Alabama?
Never been there.
No? I do know in Forrest Gump, he's from Alabama. That's it. Otherwise, I don't really think I know anyone who's ever been to Alabama.
Neither, not off the top of my head.
I think maybe my, I didn't mean to cut you off, but...
No, it's good.
I think my brother and my mom went to Alabama. I can't remember. They went down to Mississippi and Florida and them... Yeah, Alabama. I was surprised what was in here. I really don't think about other states too much besides California and Washington, because those are states that I want to visit the most, you know. That and either Maine or New York. Those are the not New York in the cities, but more of in the countryside. But so we're just gonna start off with Alabama because I was pretty interested by it. So, best known as the rocket capital of the world and home of the George C. Marshall Space Flight Center, you can't deny that Alabama has a rich history. On the show today, we'll be delving through the state and talk about some of the most haunted locations. I'm Carly, and this is my co-host,
The Cobra Lopez. This is Lycos.
Nicknamed the Heart of Dixie, Alabama was the 22nd state to join the Union in 1819. Before this, early settlers reached the place in the 16th century. They had come to find that it was inhabited by Native American tribes such as the Cherokee, Chickasaw, and Muskogee, along with some others. But although we'd love to give you some more history lessons, let's cut to the cheese. Located along the Gulf Coast at the mouth of Mobile Bay, Fort Morgan is known as one of Alabama's most haunted locations. Constructed from 1819 to 1834, it experienced heavy fire during the Civil War. That rhymed. Dude, I'm like a rap god! Let's talk about the barracks in the fort. In 1917, this is where a prisoner committed suicide. Reports of crying during the late hours have proved to locals that some people, although gone, have never left. Just hearing that cry and feeling that pain from that soldier, dude.
Just think right now they're just doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Roaming around the whole house.
I just thought about it, and we have so much evidence saying that ghosts are here. What if this? Okay, what if they're allowed on the other side, but they can come here back and forth only in certain times when it opens up? Maybe that's what happens. So during the Civil War, a bomb went off in the fort, and several men met with a horrible death. It is said that you can hear the men still screaming at night. Just imagine that. Alright, Jose, let's talk about the last more famous ghost. Sometime in the 19th century, a woman who I couldn't find the name was dragged into the fort by some unknown men, only to be beaten, raped, then murdered. And according to visitors and staff members, she still wanders the fort looking for revenge.
You imagine that, like, Ghost Adventures do? They do those lock-ins or whatever.
Yeah.
You just be prepared to see and hear stuff.
Dude, I think I've had a dream about Ghost Adventures. I actually went into a lock-in with him.
Okay.
I think it was like in an asylum. Dude, it was free. It felt like I was really there. Like, it felt like I was actually seeing stuff and hearing stuff, dude. It was weird.
Those dreams are crazy when it's just like, you wake up and you're like, dude.
Right?
It just felt so, like, realistic, like you said.
Yeah. So,
pretty cool though, dude.
yeah. So we're gonna take a break right here because it's really warm in the studio room. We're gonna go outside and do a nice air-conditioned area, the living room.
We'll be right back, guys. I hope you guys are still with us.
Yep, but if you are, check out the Dreamcatcher Cause for Cancer. A good co-worker of mine actually founded the program. Go check our Facebook page and see what it's all about. Dreamcatcher Cause for Cancer Facebook page. Give us a like. Follow us on Twitter. Like this video. Subscribe so you never miss a podcast. We love doing this for you guys. Yeah, so we'll be right back and we'll get into Jose's first Alabama most haunted place.
Hello everybody, this is the Cobra Lopez, and we're going to take a little trip to King Kerswell Plantation, Monroe County, Alabama. Alabama is one place which seems to be a hotbed for paranormal. Many different ghost stories were linked to various different locations across Alabama, but locals will tell you there are some demons or there's some ghosts around. Let's get to it. The King Kerswell Plantation was built in the late 1850s by William Dock King, who was the nephew of the only U.S. vice president to hail from Alabama. Well, when the Civil War broke out, though, their plans for a grand mansion mapped out, but I guess it's still said to have the broadest facade of an Alabama plantation home. About 100 years later, it was after it was built, it was purchased by a state legislator, and his name was Eugene Garrett, and he moved to this current location, and that location is called the Uriah, and it was privately owned, but one former owner claims that there was an evil entity lurking around. It was attacking her and she feared for her life.
So you got any more on the King Kerswell Plantation?
That was just really all I had about it, and that's really all I know about it. And I have another one that is based in Alabama, and that's out of Prattville. It is called Bear Creek Swamp. Its location is even more so given the large number of creepy stories that has been told about the place. They have been going around about that. Among the various spooky stories that have been told and sightings, they've seen phantom cars, strange orbs. I guess they've also seen a 4-foot tall apparition which appears in front of cars. Thought of driving through the area after dark. Bear Creek Swamp is also said to be haunted by the ghost of a mother in search of her lost child. There is even an urban legend, if you say "we are your baby" 3 times, she will attack you. So towards the end it kind of really opened up about Bear Creek. I think I'd wanna go, but I say that now, but I don't know.
That's crazy.
I mean,
that's like double V.
Dude,
Yeah.
It did sound like that, didn't it? So yeah, if you guys ever thought about going to, checking out a swamp or any sort of swamps,
Bear Creek is a swamp to go.
I want you guys to remember Bear Creek Swamp in Prattville, Alabama.
And say "we are your baby" 3 times fast.
And you guys better say, "we are your baby." 3 times. But yeah, I thought that was
I was getting pretty into that.
it was pretty cool. It was like, yeah, I didn't expect it either when I was reading about it. And oh, dude, when I was reading it, I could picture like I was like you know, like when
You're standing there.
Yeah, when they were saying like, okay, you just see an apparition.
I was just, when you said that about the 4-foot thing, I thought I was just driving down a road dark at night and I saw something.
They were just standing in the middle of the road like...
Yeah, that's freaky. This Northport Hospital is a hotspot for those seeking a haunting experience, so mark this on your map. A former insane asylum, Old Bryce Hospital had a reputation for treating its patients horribly, even verging on torture. Visitors claim to feel hot and cold spots, see items moving out of their own accord, and hear ghostly sounds and footsteps. Some have even seen the tail of a doctor's coat traveling through the halls. Yeah, man. Screams, scuffling of feet, and unexplained creaking of doors have been reported. You can explore Old Bryce Hospital today, although it is often patrolled by police officers. Imagine that, dude. The doctor's still in.
Yeah, we're still waiting for you guys to come in.
He's like, "We're going to do an operation on you."
Nice accent, dude.
Did it really kind of sound good?
It did. Good.
Good?
It sounded good, man.
We are still in this accent. We hope you stay tuned for our next. We hope you stay tuned for the next episode, because it'll be up a few days after this. We would try to upload these Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll try and knock out 2 states in 1 week. So next episode is going to be on Alaska, but this was on Alabama. So if you're going to Alabama, make sure to check out Fort Morgan and Jemison Center or Old Bryce Hospital.
Or the King Criswell Plantation and Bear Creek Swamp in Prattville, Alabama.
So we hope you guys have a safe night, safe trip. This is Carly.
This is Jose.
And we are like us.